What's up, meta nerds? This video is all about the Kandosii-type Dreadnought, the largest capital ship used by the Mandos during the Mandalorian Wars. It was manufactured on Mandalore by a bunch of different ship makers, but the plans themselves were actually stolen by the Fennelar species, a people from the Outer Rim, which the Mandalorian Crusaders exterminated in 6700 BBY. The total bill once all of the ship's aspects had been produced was 200 million credits, about the cost of an Imperial-class Star Destroyer plus a Venator. At a length of 1,360 meters, or 4,461 feet, it was about the length of two Interdictor-class cruisers plus the Corvus, and at a width of 554 meters, or 1,818 feet, it was about 5 Consular-class cruisers across, and with a height of 617 meters, or 2,024 feet, it was about as tall as 6 Zillow beasts. As you might have expected for a Mandalorian Dreadnought, this thing had an amazing arsenal. It had 30 medium double turbolaser cannons for ship-to-ship fire, 12 triple laser point defense cannons that were used for taking out enemy starfighters, and which were strategically placed across the ship so that there were no blind spots, as well as 6 tractor beams, and the incredibly powerful 12 super heavy concussion missile launchers, with a total of 120 missiles on board that could be used to blow apart other dreadnoughts and capital ships. But these launchers could also fire nuclear missiles, which the Mandos liked to use when bombarding planets, something that was seen on a horrifying scale during the Battle of Sirocco in the year 3963 BBY. The Republic knew that the Mandalorian Crusaders were coming, so they left the blockade up in orbit and put their ground forces near the cities, believing that this would force the Mandalorians to engage them in ship-to-ship combat and with land vehicles. The only problem was that Mandalore the Ultimate thought that this was a pathetic Republic tactic, and so he sent his nukes past the blockade and turned all of the major cities on the planet into massive glass craters. This attack was so devastating that it became a rallying call for the Republic throughout the Mandalorian Wars, which must have made the Kandosii extremely proud. If that wasn't enough, it also had one of the most impressive complements of any capital ship, with 128 starfighters, which were usually the Devab-type starfighter, along with 8 Shadlar-type troop ships, which could each deliver 800 troops at a time, while also containing several Basilisk war droids. In total, it could house a whopping 30,000 troops, more than 3 times that of the Imperial-class Star Destroyer, and to help keep this massive, death-dealing dreadnought fully operational, it needed a crew of 10,000. But if you're going to put all this effort into conquering worlds, you might want to reap the spoils of war, and to that end, it had a cargo hold with a 45,000-ton capacity, more than twice that of the Venator-class, while also having enough spoils on board so that they could continue a campaign for up to 5 years. Now, as for its engines, it gets a bit complicated, with 19 independent ion thrusters, which were said to have been made by Corellia Stardrive, a company that was located in the core and allied with the Republic, but was somehow supplying the Mandalorians located in the Outer Rim. It also had a Class 2 hyperdrive, just like Palpatine's ISDs, while also having a backup Class 9, but nothing is mentioned about its shields. In a way, I kind of wouldn't be too surprised if the Mandalorians said screw the shields, we got nukes. But still, it would be very unusual for a capital ship not to have at least some deflector shield generators. And although I've been making this ship seem like one of the most evil things in space, everyone needs to thank the Mandalorians for their insatiable love of firepower, because it was an orbital bombardment fired by Cassus Fett that stopped the deadly Rakghoul plague from spreading across the galaxy. Thousands of years later, Rendili star drives would use this ship for inspiration in their Dreadnaught-class Heavy Cruiser, and then later with the Assault Frigate Mark II, while the Mandalorian owned and operated company Mandel Motors took inspiration from this when making the Crusader-class corvette. So that's it for the Kandosii-type Dreadnought, and the only cool behind-the-scenes fact is that this ship was developed from a Dark Empire comic strip called the Lictor-class Dungeon Ship, which was a converted Mandalorian Dreadnought, but the creator wanted its Old Republic equivalent to look much different given the fact that they were several millennia apart. And the word Kandosii, in the Mandalorian language Mandoa, translates to ruthless. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you want to check out our social media, or ways that you can help support this channel, be sure to check out the description down below. If you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications. But that's it for the Kandosii-type Dreadnought. But more important than all that, remember, if the Mandos are coming, don't put your faith in the Republic, and the Force will be with you, always.